So next we have 3-minute ideas, which are a little bit longer. We have, I was looking, Sheila is at 104,000. So it's not that you just hit the income and then it's going down. The income is actually going up. And I know you have some, you probably won't say this, but I'll say it. What did you tell your husband you were going to make this month or do this month?
30 grand.
30 grand. Imagine if you hit it, you hit it, great. You can, right? Whether you do or whether you don't. How about the opportunity to even set that goal? That's what to me is mind-blowing, right? Like I write down, I will make 80,000 this month. The fact that I can write it down and it's like kind of realistic. And she can write that down. That's what we need to be thankful for. The fact that we have an opportunity. See, people don't come into Primerica because they want a job, which in their mind is a guarantee. They say, why would I come in and gamble when I have a guarantee of the 100,000? Yeah, you have a guarantee of 100. You also have a guarantee of never making 250, right? So it's unbelievable that we can be in an opportunity where someone who's not even a vice president can set a goal like that. And, I always say this, when I first hired her, I asked her, what would you want to make in a month that would be super exciting? She said 10,000. We hit that part-time. She's made 18,000 in a month, and now setting a goal for 30. So always fun to hear from Sheila Bustamante. Great job.
So I just want to say that I'm really trying to focus on, I'm trying to focus on recruiting as well. I guess that's where I'm really lacking and training my team. I'm trying my best, but I hope my team could really just step it up, But anyways, I'm here to talk to you. My strength is producing, right? My personal production. And I wanted to show this to you guys because number one, this client was just a referral from a referral. I didn't know these people, right? But of course, I've always said the trash value is very, very, very popular in our community. So this person, I have been trying to text her since May 6th. So that's a month. She just finally texted me back on Wednesday. All right. I already knew that I don't care if I look foolish. You know what? At some point, they're gonna apologize. They're gonna apologize to me and say, "Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I ignored your texts." So number one, keep asking. I'm telling you, they need you more than we need them. I promise you that. And this is a classic example of somebody that was paying $800 a month for freaking insurance for $500,000 of coverage. Okay, she's only 4 months older than I am. Okay. And here's the kicker. She was told by whoever that she was insured forever, like every single one of them do, okay? So you have to create that doubt. Know your products and create that doubt. And I said, look, you paid $4,800, right? If you scroll up, $4,800 within 6 months, and look at her surrender value. Scroll back up. Zero. And then when I broke down that policy, she was like, I think she just wanted to cuss somebody out. And I don't blame her. So I created that doubt with this person. And guess what? Now she's like completely in touch with me. I'm encouraging her to join the business. She makes $220,000 a year as a nurse.
Wow.
But she's so pissed off that, she's so pissed off that she just wants to, I think, I don't know. I don't want to say it. I'm trying to relax. But yeah, this is how I keep getting clients. I just keep asking. I'm relentless. And I don't really care. I don't care what they think about me. Oh, she's just, she keeps asking. Guess what? After the call, she was like, I'm so sorry I kept ignoring you. Because I didn't know her, right? But I knew my stuff. And that's why, for me, I always say facts over feelings. Facts over feelings. facts over feelings. I don't care what relationship you have with this person, and every single one of them that has trash value was sold by somebody that they really like. Does she like them still? Probably not. But I created that job, even though I'm a stranger. She didn't know me. I knew my stuff. That's all I got.
Good job. So her client, she said, makes 220,000 a year, which divided by 12 is 18,000 a month pre-tax, which is awesome. Divided by 4, which means she makes $4,500 per week. Okay. Now Sheila does the transaction. You're getting her husband too, which will be 200 a month. Her app is 300 a month. Her app is 290 and the husband's is 200. So it's
298 and 200.
okay. So that's a total of 500 a month. So 500 a month times 12, it's a $6,000 a year policy, which is crazy to think that that's so much cheaper than what they're paying right now. And then she's at a 70% contract, which means that she made 4,200 in one transaction, and the lady making 220 makes 4,200 in a week. And that's if you're getting paid that as a nurse, I mean, you're putting some real work, some grind into that. 2 jobs. So 2 jobs, probably more than 40 hours to make her 4,500. And then she makes what she makes in a week, right? In one transaction. That's the power of a transaction business. You know, a lot of times when we're recruiting, people say, oh, but don't I only get paid when I do something? And what if I don't do something? Dude, you're a pessimist. You got to be an optimist. What if you do make money in a transaction? What if you do make in one check what you make in a month? This lady's highly paid, so it's only her weekly paycheck, right? Most people, they're just making that in a month, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Unbelievable, the power. I mean, here's a great question. What business can you go in and make $4,500 on one client, but the client that you're making the money on is paying half of what they were paying before? So give someone more for less and you make $4,500 in a week. People say, hey, is this one of those things where I hire him and she hires her and then they hire him and then they're making money off them? And I say, hey, look, there's only 3 components to this. There's me, there's the person under me, and then there's the client being helped. The client, their premium is getting cut in half. Are they happy? Yeah. Yes. The person who did that for them made $4,500. Are they happy? Yeah. Yes. Now, I taught her to do that, so I make a couple thousand. Am I happy? Yes. Yes. So what happened that's so wrong here? The client's happy, the recruit's happy, the upline's happy. Who got screwed in this situation? People always talk about that, right? Oh, is that one of those? It's like, yeah, I do that at your company too. Aren't you? Okay, let's have Val come up here. 10 recruits, personal. We can all learn a lot. Hey, this is something we can all really learn from her. I don't know if I think we're having a meeting one day for the full time. We got to confirm with Shaq. We are having that meeting. And one of the talks that I'm going to be going over is something I went over with Marin, is the skill set that it takes in the cold market versus the warm market, right? When you're in the warm market, the whole point of being in the warm market is you're like, dude, come on, man, you can do it. Just join me. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. And they're like, okay, right? That's what's fun about being in the warm market. There's no convincing or talking or theories or graphs. No one cares, right? It's just like, I know you, you know me, gotten in trouble before. Let's take it. Like that's what you do. But in the cold market, it's very, very different. The level of skill set, your communication skills, your presentation skills, you got to really be on point, because transactions are based on like and trust. And in a cold market, you're calling a resume, you're calling someone online, you're calling someone you just met. There's no like and there's no trust. You have to build that within a very short period of time. You know, and Bao was able to do that at a high rate. So let's give it up for Bao.
So the 2 things that helped me this month is 1, competition, and and then two, consistency. And so for competition, right? Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I get nervous up here and everything just blanks out. But I have everything written down. So, okay. So I know I'm a little bit low key, but I love me some competition, right? And throughout, believe it or not, throughout high school and middle school, I played a lot of sports. So competition just gets my heart pumping and creativity flowing. Marin and Mercedes got me sweating a little bit this month. But that's good. I think competition is great, right? I don't know if you guys have ever noticed in New York, if you've ever been, pretty much every restaurant that you go to has really good food, right? And that's because they have so much competition. If you're not good, yeah, you're gonna go out of business, right? So, and all high performers are extremely competitive. Shaq and Samir are extremely competitive. One of the things that I like to do at fast start schools is watch them when they don't win, because you can see it on their face that they're like really angry, right? Which is cool because it means something to them.
Right.
And of course, I love watching them win too, right? But sometimes I feel like we don't do things because we have fear, right? Fear that maybe we don't know what to do, don't know what to say. But fear is what? False evidence appearing real, right? When we're babies, were we fearful that we couldn't talk? No, we spoke gibberish for a long time until we learned how to put together sentences. If every baby was scared to fall before they walk, we're all going to be crawling on the floor, right? What is that world going to look like if we did that? So you got to overcome your fears. The great thing about our business is that if you just listen to what your leaders tell you to do, it's impossible for you to get in front of a bunch of people and everyone say no to you. Definitely impossible, right? So most people, in fact, are probably going to be interested in one way or another. A story. So one of my directs, Tahiru, who's been my client for 6 years now, just started working with me, and every time that we get an objection for an appointment or get a reschedule, he tells me, Val, if only they let us present to them, they will see the value. And this is coming from a brand new person, right? So just have faith that if you are consistent, you are going to get better. There's no way around it, right? And so, okay. So the number one fundamental in our business is prospecting, right? So people in these huge corporations, they make their employees call hundreds of numbers a day. Oh, but they pay a salary. So what, right? Why is it so easy for us to drive every single day in traffic to a job, slave for them, but we won't even put in 30 minutes to an hour into our own business? And maybe that's because we don't see it or understand completely that if we just put in that effort here, that we can make so much more money. And not only that, but build a business that's not only going to pay you today and in this generation, but for generations on because of everything we learned, right? So don't forget that you're doing this for yourself, and it's only going to work if you put in the work. So I know that it's harder said than done. I know that it's really hard to change our routines. We are creatures of habits. We love our routine. I love my routine, but we are where we are because of the way that we think. And if we're going to get beyond ourselves, we have to get beyond ourselves. And that means doing certain things differently, doing different things that are going to scare us, right? But don't we want better? Don't we want to be better, have a better life? Are we so satisfied with everything that we're going to repeat the same days over and over again, right? Because it's hard. It's hard for me too. I'm talking to myself, right? For most days, it's still a battle for me to get on the phone, but I do it anyways because I'm not where I want to be. And when you know what you want and you're not there, you do what it takes, right? So remember, 88% of millionaires are self-made. So why not you? And so just get out there